All right, this is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing I say in this video is supposed to be interpreted as real, right? It's just my opinion, having some fun, throwing it out there. Okay, so as you can see from the title of this video, it's called The Reality of the Backrooms. So what is the Backrooms? The Backrooms is a fake world that someone made, and supposedly it goes off the theory that our Earth is a simulation, right? And I don't agree with that. And I'll talk about it later in the video. But I'm just gonna throw out some bullet points. The first one is talking about the backrooms. So it's supposed to be based off a liminal space. It's a transitional space. So what that means is when you're walking down a hallway or you're on an empty street, it's not somewhere that you're supposed to be for very long. It's a it's it, it's supposed to be an area where you're going from point A to point B. Well, in between that point A and point B is where the back rooms would exist. Well, a lot of people think it's this fictional place, but I believe the concept of the back rooms is based in reality. It's based off the dream world. And why is it based off the dream world? Well, when you go to sleep, and this only applies if you're lucid dreaming, or some people want to say they're astral projecting. But when you're in a dream, most of the time, you'll be in an empty room. You hardly ever see any furniture. If you do see furniture, maybe it'll be like one thing like a couch or a chair. And sometimes you'll have windows, sometimes you won't. And I don't even think the windows go anywhere. And I've never thought in a dream to go look out a window. So maybe it doesn't go anywhere. But another weird thing about dreams is someone brought up a good point to me. They said, when you dream, you don't have your cell phone, right? You use your cell phone all the time, all day and night. Use it for work, use it for entertainment, use it for school, whatever you use it for. It doesn't appear in your dream. You know what also doesn't appear in your dream? A TV. If you do see a TV, it's not a modern TV. It's going to be one of those older TVs, like, I don't know, with white static, or you got the antennas, the big box tube TVs. And then same thing with like your laptop or your computer. You're not going to see that. And but you will see an older TV or an older radio, and the reason for that is because we do not live in a computer simulation, right? We do not live in a digital world. We live in a analog world, right? And and because of that, when you're dreaming, if you do see any electronic devices, it's going to be an analog device. And the reason why is I think our brains cannot comprehend the modern technology that we have now with a computer chip. Anything with a black screen, your smartphone, your modern laptop, your modern flat screen TV, they all have black screens. You know, what happened to the white or the gray or the green screen, right? Those don't exist anymore. We just have straight black LCD or OLED screens. Why they're black, I don't know. 'Cause I know these like if you just take a modern LCD screen, it just uses I think three colors, red, blue, green, and but when it's off, it's black. Well, some people want to refer to that as a black mirror. I don't really know, but that brings me to my next point is you have entities in the back room, right? You got these I I don't know what they're supposed to be. They're like these black monsters when you see in the back rooms. Well, another entity I wanted to talk about is like Freddy Krueger. He, if you don't know who Freddy Krueger is, I think he was a janitor that worked at a school and he was killing children. And then the parents got mad, killed him, and he went to hell, and then he wanted revenge. So he basically became a demon. And now he lives in the dream world or the back rooms, right? And the only way you can encounter him is when you go to sleep and you transition to the dream world. Well, the thing is, Freddy Krueger cannot create his own world. Every time you see him, he's in a different part of the back rooms, and that's because he can only create what's from your mind, right? He has to use your fears or your memories to create this fake world. And that's why you'll see in the movies he'll be in a like a repeated area. It, like there was one movie he was in like a repeated junkyard, and there was another one where he was like on a street corner, but the street didn't go anywhere, right? And that's kind of how your mind works. You're not going to see what's around the corner. So your mind builds just what you can see, right? So what you're looking at right now, say say you're looking at a wall and you don't move. You're just looking at straight at that wall. Well, your brain interprets until you move, your brain interprets that all around you is that same wall, that repeated pattern. That's why the back rooms with the beige wallpaper, that famous photo, people just used that one photo and created a whole world based off that photo and created a maze. That's because it's using your brain. And what I mean by that is, I believe that, so first of all, the dream world doesn't stop existing when you're awake. It's always there. It's always around you. But when you do go to sleep, you may not be interacting with other people, but the dream world is it's a network. It only exists because other people are also dreaming, right? So day and night. During the day, you got people that are awake. During the night, you got people that are asleep. Well, only half the world is lit at one point. That means you always have half the world that's asleep and half the world that's awake. And that's why the back rooms always changes because you don't the people that are asleep are not always the same people, right? You go to sleep, you wake up, you go to work. People that are getting off work, you go home, you go to sleep. It's always different people connecting to the dream world or the back rooms. So the dream world is like a human consciousness network. So maybe the reason why a lot of people can't sleep is because no one's sleeping, right? If no one can sleep, the dream world doesn't exist, and no one can connect to the dream world. So when you close your eyes at night, you just see black, nothing, because no one's sleeping. It's almost like everyone has insomnia. We're all worried about whatever's going on in the world, be it war, whatever. That affects you. No one's sleeping. If no one else is sleeping, you're not sleeping, right? So basically my point was the backrooms is not real, but I believe the concept of it is based off our dreams. Thank you.